Do you read me?
Be advised, you are coming in weak and unreadable.
Say again, Com Tower. This is Pacho. Do you read me?
Pacho, this is Com Tower. I read you Lima Charlie.
Com Tower, Com Tower. Request permission to launch and commence the field op. Over.
Stand by. Pacho, permission granted. I say again, permission granted.
Roger that. Launching podcast in 3, 2. You are now entering the field op with your host, Pacho Correa, Chief Warrant Officer 3, United States Marine Corps retired. Get some. Hurrah! Get some. All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pacho in the house. Baby Friday Night's Eve. God damn. It's almost the weekend. Hey, I got an amazing freaking show for you today and an amazing guest. But before we get into all that, let's get all the pleasantries out of the way. Hey, when was the last time you took a hard look and what is it where you stand financially? You know what I'm saying? In other words, what do I mean by that? Well, where is it that, what are you doing with your finances? Do you have strategies together? Are you good to go for retirement? What is it that what is your intent? Do you want to retire at 50, 55, whatever? Or maybe you want to buy a house in the near future? Well, that's where I come in. I can help you put those strategies together so that your kids can go to school, so you can buy a house, so you can, not have to be shaking hands, kissing babies, because you have to in your 60s, 70s. But because you like to do that type of weird shit. I don't fucking know. Doesn't matter. Hey, call me. Let me help you out. Let's have a talk. It's free. It doesn't cost you really anything. And at the end of the day, if it makes sense, great. If it doesn't, well, that's okay too. So hit me up, reach out. We can definitely make that happen, everybody. And if not, hey, that's okay too. The other thing that I do is I help veterans put strategies together as it pertains to your VA claims and benefits. So where is it currently that you're standing right now in your benefits? Maybe you need to, reapply. Maybe you're at 90%. Maybe you want to get some additional compensation for whatever the case may be. Well, hit me up. The conversation is free. I will show you how to fish. I will show you how to use AI, so that way in the event that you can't talk to me, whatever, then you can put your claim in yourself. And if I can't help you, I will definitely put you on the right path, because I do have other resources of folks who are doing out there amazing things for veterans. So that is it, everybody. Hey, look, if you want to get in the podcast game or you want to have a good mentor, hit up my boy Brian Colburn from SitchRadio.com. He's got not only feed drops, he also does some many other great he even talks about the fucking Renaissance, everybody. I mean, why not? So get educated as well. And he can help you get in the game. So hit him up. Thank you to our folks in the SitchRadio.com pushing the buttons, making this show happen. So a huge shout out to them. All right. And look, this show is all about, we support, as a veteran myself, I supported and I still do, obviously, the Constitution of this great nation of ours. So if you're all about the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, all that good stuff, and if you like this show and this sexy ass accent, like, subscribe, and follow. It's on my link tree right here in the show description. You can hit me up there and hey, support your local podcaster. And if you don't like this show, that's okay too. That's your freedom. Check out some stuff from SitchRadio.com. They got a bunch of other cool shows on there as well. And hey, we can agree to disagree. It's all good. All right. So those are all the pleasantries out of the way. The next look, I met excuse me. On Facebook Messenger, somebody hit me up, was like, hey, you need to have this person on the show. He's a Marine. There's no such thing as a former Marine, maybe former active duty, but there's no such animal exists. But so what happens when one mission ends and another one begins? Well, for some veterans, that's what they choose to do. So on our show today, I'm going to sit down with a fellow devil dog, Keith Barton, whose journey took him from being recon to being a Marine officer. This guy is basically the epitome of fucking Huey pilot, combat veteran. Now he's also a business leader, entrepreneur, published author. I mean, who would have thought that a fellow jarhead was an author? He can write, right? And no, I don't want to hear any fucking crayon jokes. Now my man is a congressional candidate. I mean, that's amazing. So the conversation is going to go obviously beyond, excuse me, beyond politics. We're going to talk about leadership, being under pressure, transitioning out of the service, building a business, writing books, raising family, and why a lot of us we are always searching for ways to serve long after the service. So whether your next business and your next venture is service, writing a book or whatever it is, this show is your show. So I hope that you stick around and talk about. So hey, I've said enough. Let's just bring on Keith Barton to the show. What's going on, brother? Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Hoorah gets him, right? Bark, bark, woof, woof.
Always.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, bro. So I've talked. Look, listen. Let's just get right into it. I've talked to a lot of vets, but you have a pretty cool, unique story. You've been successful, and you've kind of reinvented yourself a couple of times. So
yeah,
through this journey, why the Marines? Why Recon? Yeah.
So okay, well, I grew up on a small farm in Alaska, actually.
Whoa. And, okay.
Yeah. So, hunting and riding and racing horses and everything. I'll tell you, it's a lot easier to pack a moose out with a horse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I graduated high school. I always wanted to be a pilot since I was like 6 years old, but I didn't want to wait to be a Marine. So, but I wanted to stay home to go to school, and so, so I became a recon reservist. So I worked full time. I went to school full time. I did an average of 7 drillers, did BRC, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I even coached high school football while I was doing it. So I guess you could say it's my life story is I never stopped. And I earned all that. And then I commissioned. So literally, you know how that goes. Do boot camp basically twice.
Yeah.
And then And then TBS. So there's a year in Quantico. And then went to flight school. Out of flight school, I got the Huey. Crazy. It's all fingertip flying. They try to tell us that it's because we have the best stick skills. I don't know if I buy it all the time, but I know we had it. But I think the coolest part about the Huey is that unlike the next closest aircraft with the number of missions is 9, and the Huey has 15. So that makes that makes her the true utility. So did all that, stopped flying, became a logistics officer. So while I was flying, I actually did the MEU, but then I became a logistics officer after that. And that's actually when I got real combat experience, is as a logistics officer, because I deployed as a advisor to the Afghan National Army. And
no shit.
And went outside the wire with him. It was weird. I'll tell you, it's really hard to explain complex logistics, tactics, and supply chain processes when you have to go through an interpreter. But we would go outside the wire with them too. So I even flew drones in support of them outside the wire. That was super cool. So so that spanned almost 20 years. I'm 100%, just like a lot of you out there. And so I know the VA system inside and out. And I went out, and when I got out, I started doing big boy logistics, real big stuff. And so that's really what I've been doing professionally ever since. And that's kind of why when you mentioned why are you going to run for politics, that kind of goes into that too, because I found a way to fix some things because of my background.
Yeah, and it's just and we had a really good conversation. I was like, well, let's hold off, let's save it for the show as well. But let me ask you this, because we're going to get into all that. What I guess a little bit, what were some of the aches and pains or angst that you struggled as you were getting out of the military? I mean, you did a lot. I mean,
yeah.
And it's funny. Most people think, oh man, he went to combat, flying Hueys and everything like that. However, that wasn't the thing. You kind of went as a logistics officer because this battlefield over the years, it's changed. It completely changed how, oh, well, I'm a grunt, and I'm a, like I was Motor T. I never thought I would be, commanding troops and be the company commander in fucking country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that transition out of the service, how was that for you? After doing all those things, I mean, and obviously, and we can dabble into the VA, I guess, a little bit on that.
So the logistics part actually made it a lot easier. Okay. So if you don't realize, even as an aviator in the Marine Corps, we get by far the least amount of hours per year. And so you're competing with guys in the Army and the Coast Guard that get as many hours in 2 months as you get in a year. So that's very difficult. But logistics is a direct translation, and it did.
Right.
So that part was easy. I like to tell people once you go into the business world, the hardest thing for me as a jarhead was not saying the F word all the time.
Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you literally have to get it out of your mind or you get in trouble.
It's an adjective, dog. It's an adjective. It highlights so many things.
Yeah. And then getting started in the VA was difficult for sure. It took a little while to get all that up and going. And even though, I transitioned out as a permanent 100% already, it just, there's always a delay. So, and then you got to learn that system, and we all know how that system is. So, yeah, but I'm going to fix it. I have ideas.
Stand by, right? Stand by. So let me ask you this. So, walking into your first, so when you got out and you were kind of doing all of this, it's like, oh shit. Because one thing that as an entrepreneur myself is like, hey, you want to put your faith in God, become an entrepreneur. So, do you think entrepreneurs are born or are they built? Because I mean, as veteran, we always want us service members. We're like, I'm going to open a business, whatever that may be. So, but what are your thoughts on that, and what led you to that, to go on that journey?
I think it's part of your how you're raised, that is always the start of it. And how did your parents literally train you to get tasks done? And I think that people that are entrepreneurs, at least a lot of them, they're almost busybodies sometimes. They just can't sit still, and they always got to have a goal moving forward. And that can be actually, the military is really good at giving you the next goal. Right. I need to work towards this deployment. I need to work towards this promotion. I need to work towards this billet. You get to the civilian world and it's much more stagnant, and that can be difficult for people. Right. So that was kind of part of it. I didn't do any entrepreneurial stuff until later, until a few years ago. And that was literally where it was going. I was, yeah, I just wanted to do some more things. So I first started with a drone business.
Really?
Yeah. So that's it's called Huey Life, obviously. And yeah, so I sell drones, and I can fly them, obviously, since I was a pilot, and then flew drones in the Marine Corps also. It was kind of a natural fit. The issue is that there's a U.S. drone ban on DJI, new DJI drones, and so that's really? Actually. Yeah, it's really affected my my business, but it's one thing I can fix in the first couple weeks once I get to Congress. It only takes one congressman, and we can fix it. But so that kind of hurt it. As far as recently, I don't know. I wrote my first book that is about 400 pages. It took me over a year and a half because I had to build the entire universe behind it, and that one is in search for an agent because it's too big. It's going to be a 5-book series, and it's completely based in Marine Corps tactics and real science. So that one's going to be pretty cool. But then I started doing all these real recently within the last 6 months. I started doing all the kids books, and then a series I call Travel Reads, because we all know we all travel a lot, and
right.
Sometimes you get on that plane and are you going to want to sit down on that seat with a 400-page book? Hell no. So I started writing 100 to 150-page standalone stories that, frankly, mess with your mind. And that's kind of the whole thing. and just to give you that entertainment on a 3-hour flight and finish that thing up. And then, of course, but my big one is my kids' books. The character's name is he's called Joey America. It's very patriotic, but yeah. But I wanted real learning for kids, so I don't shy away from, like, the first one I put was Joey America learns to fly a helicopter, and I showed him what.
Cool.
Yeah, I showed him what a cyclic was. I showed him what a collective was. I showed him what anti-torque pedals are. I didn't shy away from how it really works, and that's the whole point of the series. Is Joey gets to do all this cool stuff. Second book, he goes to Alaska and builds a snow cave and sleeps in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Third one, he visits a ranch in West Texas and goes learn how to oil pump jack works. And then I did, and I'm using all the actual correct terminology. Then I did America 250. So he goes through the entire bunch of major events in America history. I obviously did when all the services were born, and of course put them in the original Marine uniform, because why not? And then the last one I just finished is he trains with Recon Marines.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I didn't do there's no weapons, it's not combat, it's pure training. So he gets to do a halo jump and spy rigging and helo casting and driving a Zodiac up on a beach, all that cool stuff that Recon Marines get to do. And so, yeah, and it's just, I have 21 planned, and I just knocking them out. Yeah.
So, because that was going to be a question I was going to ask. So I guess we can say that a lot of these stories, or there's a lot of you inside the character, right?
Yeah. And it helps for several things. It obviously helps processing speed to push a book out faster.
Right.
I don't have to research. That's one of the best parts, because a lot of authors, they have no clue, right? They want to write about a subject, but they have no clue what it's about, so they have to go research it. And we all know they get half of the details wrong anyway. Right. And then the other thing is I wanted to show kids things that most other kids don't get to see, because what do we get? We open up a children's book and the dinosaur goes roar. Like, that's stupid, man. Let's show them some real stuff, and like things that they may want to do when they grow up. Yeah. And go to places that isn't Disney World, or I mean, how many times have we seen a children's book about I don't know, Statue of Liberty or Mount Rushmore? Like, no, man, let's show them different stuff. And that's kind of how it was. So
kind of like America.
Yeah.
So which books should someone read first? And I guess why? I mean, I'm leaning more to learning how to fly a freaking helicopter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show me, little Johnny.
My mind just goes crazy. And so I just write. I literally, this is how much of a nerd I am. I have Excel sheets. And even with my travel reads, I have a new idea. I type it out in my little Excel sheet, and then I'll develop it later, but I don't want to lose the idea.
Right.
And I might skip over it later and be like, whatever. So it just happens, and that's why I get so many planned. I don't sit down and force it out. It just comes out, and I want to document it so I can do it. So he's going to do all sorts of crazy stuff. One of the next ones he's going to do is learn how to do aerobatics in an airplane. And I'm going to set it.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to set it in Sedona, Arizona. And if you haven't been to Sedona,
Arizona, fucking beautiful there. The redstone, Yeah, it reminds me of what is it called in Colorado, Monument Park, with the where they filmed the latest Lone Ranger. But yeah, it's beautiful there. We have family in Cottonwood, as a matter of fact.
And the airport is on a plateau.
Yeah, it's really cool airport. Yeah.
So it's just, I'll get to do some really cool scenery. I'll get to use my Microsoft simulator, and I get all my aircraft, because there's aircraft in every book, obviously.
Yeah.
And I expose children to all these different kinds. It's not just like, oh, here's a Hornet that we've seen 18 million times, right? I'm showing them some cool different aircraft that they've never seen before. But I'll get to put it into positions to where the gauges are even reading correctly. And kids don't realize that they're learning that, but they're, they'll see an airplane like doing some inverted maneuver, and they can look at the attitude gyro, and on their kid's book. The attitude gyro is correct. Like, oh, you see what I mean? And they don't know that they're learning it, but they're learning it. They're being exposed to it. And that's really what, when you research STEM learning, is what it's called. That's really key. So I wanted to show kids some cool shit.
Nice. And then they'll be like, I was inverted, like I was inverted. So okay, let me ask you this. If one of your books became a movie, who would you cast as the main character?
Okay, so it would be my I got to keep it a little secret because I'm still trying to find an agent, but it would be that sci-fi series I'm writing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've thought hard about it. The main character right now, his name is Max. You meet him as a second lieutenant, and by the end of the book, he's a full-bird colonel. And I don't know. I've thought about several people, but really, I think Henry Cavill will play him very well because he's this huge. Yeah, he's this huge. My story's 5,000 years in the future, so there's genetic manipulation, and Marines are averaging 6.5 to 7 foot tall in the book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with Pig Head said, I know about the TRT, like, fucking let's go. I'm like, where was that shit when I was in, dog?
Yeah. But I do some really brutal kills. It's because of the environment they're fighting, and that's where the real science comes in. And you're just like, I've had people read it and they're like, holy shit, you wrote this? Like, yeah, it's but if you're in that environment fighting in space with real Marine tactics, the deaths are going to be different than what we've ever seen. And so it's not gore for gore. This is what would happen.
Yeah, I like Henry Cavill. Like in my movie, it would have, because he kind of flipped the script on me. The dude who plays what's his name? Is it Jack Reacher on Amazon? But he kind of he's going kind of sideways. I mean, I'm like, no, I'm like, fucking, you're gone, Doug.
He went a little socialist, I think.
Yeah, I was just like, come on, man, what the fuck, but. No, that's not Henry Cavill, and the dude is a fucking machine too.
He is.
So that would have been amazing. Damn, that's cool, dog. Well, I think every author leaves a little piece of themselves in every book. I guess what a deep question is, what piece of Keith will readers discover as they're reading these?
It's you already hit it. It's all of them. Really, so in the sci-fi series, what you're going to see is, I also did pretty well at EWS. So what you see in the book is real MAGTF tactics.
Whoa. Oh, man. Yeah. I remember EWS, and it fucking sucked. I did the course, on... Explain what EWS is for the folks that don't habla, green, jareen.
It's company grade... your company grade education that you have to take in order to get promoted to field grade. So, and it's called Expeditionary Warfare School.
Yeah.
I kind of cheated because by the time I went to EWS, I had already been in the GC, the AC, and combat service.
So you were the head shed at the Death Star.
Yeah, but when I translated to the book, even logistics affect the battle.
I did T-Log. I went to T-Log.
Yeah,
I did. I went to Quantico for all kind. Because I was logistics, motor T, warrant officer, all that stuff. So, but yeah, EWS too. I was like, fuck, man, this, like, that's awesome. But also, so people, I guess we'll learn more. One thing that I guess my beef when I see a movie. By the way, that watching a movie with former, service members, it's like the worst because we're judging the shit. Especially those Marines are like, no, we don't say that shit, So, but I guess our readers, or even when they're watching the movie, they'll get a little education. Because I hope that you're the advisor, the military advisor for the movie, not just fucking dude that,
Yeah, I am not giving up creative control. So, hold on. I will actually. I'll read you. So I have this character,
Uh-huh.
And his name is Sergeant Major Vask. And one of his lines. So this is just to tell you, this is Jarhead. Jarhead speak. Yes, sir. Jarhead's in comparison. This is a pussy jump.
Yes. I can see
so yeah. Well, it's just like that. The whole thing. It's you see Jarhead through the entire thing, and of course there's sailors too, because let's face it, if we went to that kind of level, that's who would be fighting. But yeah, that's why.
It's like, Gunny, what do you think of this? Clusterfuck, sir. Marines have to fill up. It's a pussy jump, sir.
Yeah.
Fuck Marines, we're made of blah blah. Now we're here practicing. Oh, I'm in. Fucking sign me up, Sarge.
I wanted people to see the also the direct effects of decisions under fire and under pressure. And so from a command deck, not just from outside the wire, because let's face it, stories don't ever get that right, like ever. Yeah. And so, and that coordination piece, especially when you're talking about coordination of fires and GC movement and all that and ship movement. I wanted people to see it, but now we're facing this enemy that literally through the series kills us 100-1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, no, and it's well, I mean, again, now there's plenty, I think I'm a little older than you, but nonetheless, watching some of the movies from the 80s, 90s, but nowadays with CGI and everything else, I think to some degree the gore, and you got to make it accurate for, because you got to, knowing your audience, because basically we're like, hey, yep, that's what a fucking 50 cal is gonna do. It's gonna split them fucking in half. You know what I'm saying? So, but
pink mist.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you. So, you're a book writer. Obviously, you're Marine, all that good stuff. But kind of switching gears a little bit. So, rather than discussing a little bit of politics and whatever else, I mean, what made you switch into public service and why now?
So just so people know, I'm only going to do 6 years, so 3 terms, and I'm done.
Okay.
And it was this new district that I'm in, and a lot of people might know him. The now former congressman in the district I'm running, his name is Tony Gonzalez. So he is the guy who was having affairs with his staff members, and one of his staff members killed herself. And but he is also, this is also the largest border district with Mexico. And he only cared about the border at election time.
Right.
And so it's terrible. And when I went to some of these border towns, I mean, we had, even at the end of last year, we had people still taking their garbage out armed, because it's less about, it'd be terrible, all the illegal aliens, but more the battle on the border is more about against the cartels.
Right.
And that's the scary part for all these border towns. And this man just didn't care, and he kept making stupid decisions. For instance, you think West Texas, you're like, you don't have, of course there's no water, there's not enough water. Well, that's not even true. The system is the leakiest water system in the country. 30%.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah. And so what Tony Gonzalez put a bunch of money in to get more water out of New Mexico instead of just fixing pipes. Right? My logistics mind was going, what are you doing? Right?
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. But then when I looked into it more, because I can't stop ever thinking, I designed an entire platform to give Congress and the Senate a new operating system.
That sounds like I'm giving the commander a couple of COAs so they can decide on.
Yep. And I
hello,
just
SMEAC.
It's actually a lot like that in some ways. Yeah. But if I can get it installed, I can leave, because it'll run itself. And it'll handle about 90% of the things that Congress and Senate do.
Wow.
And it'll shorten everything up, and completely nonpartisan, because all I've done is I've taken my profession and Lean Six Sigma and applied it. Yeah, but I'm a Lean Six Sigma guy, right? And I applied it to governance. So, like for instance, I wrote a child custody reform bill. It's just over 5 pages. That's it, right? The average bill is thousands of pages, right? And it saves the country $2 trillion every 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's 5 pages. And so I have 13 of them like that already, and already fully written, already legal. One of them to actually help the VA. Another one that fixes shipping costs for the entire country. So everybody keeps talking about affordability, but they have no clue on how to fix affordability. I wrote a 2-page amendment to a 120-year-old act that drops shipping charges for every American.
Oh, wow.
And it's 2 pages. All I do is make one little adjustment at the root cause, and you watch the cascading effects, but you got to know how to find that, right? Politicians have no clue how to do that. Not a single clue. So what I tell people is there's 2 types of businesses in this world, and everybody always says we can't run government like a business, and I call bullshit. So everybody says it's profit or nonprofit, and that's elementary school. That's wrong.
Yeah.
It's revenue creation with return on investment, or it's cost center with buyback period. Well, the federal government, the U.S. federal government, is the largest cost center in the world, and there's not a single cost center expert in Congress.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. And so that's all I'm doing. It'll be like, once I get in the Gimba, I'll be shooting fish in a barrel. Boom, 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 boom. So easy. It's the waste is, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely everywhere I look. I'm like, dude, one little fix here, one little fix there, one little fix here. Don't spend a dime, and shit just rolls. That's all we gotta do.
And it's much easier, obviously it's a business and whatever else. Instead of fixing the root problem, just like the VA, and veterans, fixing veterans, instead of just focusing on the root cause, it's much easier to, lag it, stretch it out, and doing other things than that. So
it actually only takes 2 moves to fix the VA, and only one of them requires legislation, and it'll fix everything. It's already all figured out.
I think you're the right man for the job, dog. So let me ask you this. So how do you stay grounded? And just I guess to touch up just slightly on politics, but how do you stay grounded when politics, the last, I would say, 3 administrations, everything's so fucking divisive, dog. How do you stay grounded?
Data. Data and logic. It's always data and logic, because what you'll find is when you get into political debate is everybody tries to deflect or pull an emotional string or do whatever, and then you just come back with, let me tell you how it really is. Here's the real numbers, right? And here's the numbers that who's in the seat now will never figure out, and how to actually pull the strings on. So, and then people are like, well, how do we fix this? I'm so blunt with them, like, stop electing lawyers. Stop electing career politicians.
Yeah.
Start electing veterans and operators. That's how you fix it.
People who
every
get
time.
Done.
Exactly. Because every time you elect a lawyer, guess what? All his bills are 2,000 pages that nobody reads. And they're filled with, like, I got a favor for this dude and this company and this corporation and blah, blah. Like, no, dude. It's our fault because you vote the wrong people in, because you think lawyers can fix it. Lawyers can't do shit. They really can't.
That's true. Yeah. All right, let's do a lightning round, bro. We talked about a lot. All right, here we go. Recon or aviation?
Oh, aviation.
Coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Okay. Not Rippets. Remember them from fucking Iraq?
Oh, yeah.
Favorite duty station?
Ooh, Okinawa.
Really? Okay. Which camp, though?
Well, I was I was on Fatema.
Fatema. Okay. Yeah, my brother was stationed there too.
Yeah.
Favorite leadership book?
Oh shit, man.
Mrs. Garcia. No.
No. I do
that's what
love
everybody...
Mrs. Garcia. I do love it, but no. I really love I love Mad Dog's book, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One Marine who changed your life.
Two of them. So as enlisted Staff Sergeant Colonel, and then
Okay.
as officer Lieutenant Colonel Salter.
Shout out to both of them wherever they are, right?
Yeah.
Favorite aircraft? I mean, I think we all know the answer to this one.
No, you don't.
Okay.
It is a Piper Super Cub.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. Favorite rifle?
My 338 Win Mag.
Nice. Okay. What book are you currently reading, bro?
I'm not. I'm writing too many.
Yeah, I got fucking time. Right?
Yeah. No, I'm writing right now. Well,
favorite author besides yourself?
Hawthorne.
Okay. Nice. I love James Fenimore Cooper. That's me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So the Canterbury Tale, Leather Stocking Tales,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the whole Last of the Mohicans. It's one of my favorite American writers. Aside from what's his Poe, Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, and I would say Mark Twain's a very close second. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because he's so funny. And if you can read his style, like I just laughed everywhere through it. Yeah.
A lot of satire in there. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like for me or Hemingway, that's another good. However, you gotta like his style as well. I mean, it's not for everybody.
No.
All right. One piece of advice for every young Marine out there.
Open your damn ears and use the organ between them.
Okay. And last one. If you could have dinner with any Marine in history, who would that be?
John Glenn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was he a colonel, lieutenant colonel?
I think he made colonel.
Yeah.
And number 2 would be Basilone.
Okay, John Basilone.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh wow, it's 2 pretty good ones. I know, you know. Ooh, for me, I think it would be Carlos Hathcock, just because I think he would have some really crazy friggin' stories.
You mean like turning foreheads into canoes?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Or you know, maybe the grand old man of the Marine Corps. You know, just you know how they used to do shit way back when. You know.
Oh, like Archibald Henderson? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. You know, like the first guys that, you know, just to see him like, hey, how was shit back then? It's like, man, it fucking sucked. And maybe he has a big cigar. I don't know.
They were shit on, that's for sure.
Yeah. You know, it's like, you know, like that one line from Step Brothers. I like to think of my baby Jesus, you know.
Oh, yeah. From Talladega Nights. In a tuxedo t-shirt.
Yeah, the tuxedo t-shirt. Yeah, Talladega Nights. Yeah. You know, just kind of just to see what, you know, what they would say way back when. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brother, hey, let me ask this. So, you know, as we were getting ready to wrap up, Doug, where can people find you? Obviously, it's in the show description, but are you on social media? You know, where can people, if they want to, you know, obviously promote you, support you, all that good stuff?
The easiest way to find everything is just to go to my campaign site. Even my books are on there. So it's bartonfortexas.com. And then all the links to all our social media is on there too. So you can just span out from there. So I even put the bills I wrote, which is basically unheard of. They're on there. So you can go on there and even read those and get back to me and say, yeah, this part sucks. Or, all right, I don't understand this. Because politicians don't do that. They don't put what they write out for everybody to see. I'm like, no, full transparency, man. Like, you go see what I'm going to do. And then, of course, like I said, the books are out there too, right there on the same website. All nine right now published.
And still more to come, right?
Yeah. So 21 on the one series planned, 5 on another series, and 8 on another series all planned.
Oh shit, Keith.
Yeah.
You've served as an enlisted Marine. You're an officer, a combat aviator, business leader, entrepreneur, author, and now you're pursuing public service. Man, it seems like every chapter of your life has been just driven by one thing: service, right?
That's what I'm trying to do for sure.
Brother, thank you so much for your service. Thank you for continuing to answer the call. And bro, Semper Ara, get some. We definitely can have we definitely need to bring you back and just keep tabs of how the campaign is going. And when you win, fucking party in Texas, baby.
Yeah, there will definitely be a winning party, and then I'm gonna get right to work because shit needs to happen so I can come home.
Let's freaking go, bro. Thanks so much, brother. I'll talk to you later. Hey, what an amazing guest. It always fills my heart with joy. And when we have one of our own, doesn't matter what branch, it's just one of our own out there whipping it on, making shit happen, and just doing right by our community and right by our nation. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And we're definitely going to have Keith back on the show. Hey, listen, just to end, not to kind of put damper the mood, but nonetheless, you know how I always end the show. If you've been ruminating, if you've been going down into that dark hole where you seem like there's no end, or you just can't seem to, you think like, man, this shit just sucks right now. Hey, reach out to me, reach out to the show, and let's have a conversation. If I can help, I can definitely get you the right help, because at the end of the day, we don't want you to be a statistic. We don't want you to just take your life or harm yourself. That's not the way, because you matter, and we do give a shit about you. Shitty times don't last. Tough people do. So let's make that happen, everybody. So with that being said, hey, Ais Tomas, Daisuke, great show. Let's go ahead and index and just end this shit on a good note. Good ride. Get some yachts.